Why do Black women face microaggressions in the work field? Explanation of causes. Women are one of the many minority groups that face discrimination in the workforce. However, Black women experience a different form due to both their gender and race. Whenever women are given a status of high power, they are looked down upon or not taken seriously. This creates tension between coworkers and an uncomfortable environment for those who experience such inequality.
There are many common examples of microaggressions that Black women face in the work field. One example is people making comments about a Black woman's hair or even the color of her skin. Gender inequality has been a constant battle for women for centuries. Such history includes the right for women to vote, seek higher education, work, and the huge income gap in comparison to men. According to Forbes, women on average earn 19% less than white men in the United States. Black women specifically, on average, earn 39% less. Another major example of a common microaggression that Black women face is being addressed as aggressive or scary, which can really affect a person in a negative way. Microaggressions within the workplace are unfortunately so common within African American communities that so much so a group of 7 Black women were interviewed by the production of Chaos and Comrades, where they all shared their experiences with microaggressions in their workplace. Take a look.
Something that I'm interrogating in myself, but I'm like highly sensitive to, especially in like a work environment, about how I present. And I only present certain things about myself with certain people.
People want me to have this singular experience around this part of who I am, as opposed to seeing me as a full human being.
There were moments where people were not taking me seriously or thinking that I was subpar solely because of my race and my gender.
Where the assumption is always going to lead in that I know less than the rest of you because I'm not like a skinny white boy.
Coming into the workforce, I think I posed a threat as far as my knowledge. I was too young to be too smart, too precocious, just too much of everything too soon.
A lot of times that looks like tokenism. So it's, we're gonna tell you that we want your brilliance, but we really just want the people to know that we have a Black trans woman working here. So in that way, it's kind of like being uplifted, but also kind of put in a box where you're not allowed to be anything but that thing.
Being Black woman and young in the work environment is very, very challenging because immediately they want to disrespect you. For some weird reason, older white people want to just automatically just be like, whatever you're saying is just stupidity and I want to disrespect you however I can.
One of the last jobs I had, I found that there was this coworker who, whenever I would say something, would immediately counter what I was saying. And question what I was saying in a way that didn't make sense because I'd actually been there a little longer than her and I was like, I don't understand. So I talked to another Black coworker because I was like, I don't know if I'm being sensitive about this. Maybe I'm reading into things. Can you I don't know, but this seems very weird. And then he ended up having a situation with her where there were other coworkers, most of them were white. She was then asking all of them what universities they went to. And they all answered, and she skipped him. And then he asked her, why didn't you ask me? And she said, oh, I just assumed you didn't go to college.
So when I first started working in New York, I knew nobody, and to make like ends meet, I would be a background actor. And I would work, and I would get on these like huge sets like SVU, and I would notice that the only kind of jobs I would get as a background actor would be like Brooklyn type, homeless, hip hop club goer, and that my white counterparts would get everything else, including those things.
I also have to wear this veil that makes you think that I can be my whole self at work because you can be your whole self at work, and that's not my reality.
Moreover, both Black workers and patients suffer from unequal treatment. Communication difficulties are experienced by their physicians due to personal bias towards one's socioeconomic status. This results in patients requesting a doctor or physician that is the same race as them. Confiding in a person who has a similar background creates comfortability as they may share the same experiences. Finally, some major solutions to this problem are encouraging more people of color to pursue careers where there are lack of representation. The more people who have similar backgrounds, it can decrease inequality in the workplace. And also education. As we continue to educate others on the impacts of discrimination and inequality, more people will be aware to prevent it from continuing.